Hey, wild woman of God, I want you to know how excited I am that 2024, if you so choose, will be the best year you have ever experienced in your life. Now, does that mean it won't be without challenges? No, you'll have challenges. In fact, you might have more challenges. Does it mean that everything's going to go perfectly? Absolutely not. What it means, at least from my perspective, is that this is going to be your best year yet because you're going to do something you've never done before. You're going to go to heights that you've never been before. You're going to experience Jesus Christ profoundly in a way you've never done before if you so choose to make 2024 your best year yet. I want to thank you from the onset that you have invited me to be your biblical life coach. That is a great sacred trust, and it is a high privilege and honor for me. And so I'm committed to coming alongside of you, asking you key questions that the Lord can draw from within you, things that you did not know, and ideas and action steps and insights that would come as a result of you and I together sharing and thinking and praying. Of course, you do most of the work, but I love being come alongside person that prays for you and asks questions and brings insights or observations. But most of that beautiful insight comes from you. And so I want to give you two words as you look forward to 2024 and our relationship. Thank you again. I'm super excited. Two words that will make 2024 coaching relationship literally transformational. One is clarity, and the second is action. Clarity is to take the time when you're filling out your pre-coaching form to think through what is it that I would like to be coached on when we meet. Now, one of the things I do with my own personal coach is I make a list of things that over the year I would like to be coached on. And that doesn't mean there's not other things that come in during the year that I add, but I always have a list going like, that would be a good topic for me to be coached on. And that's something you may want to consider. But when you come to the pre-coaching form, ask yourself, what would I like to be coached on, just generally? Then when we meet, I'll ask you specifically, what would you like to leave this call with that would add value to you and that would benefit you the most? And that clarity will bring about a lot of perspective. You don't have to know all the answers. We don't know all the details, but just enough so that we know the direction that God would want for us in that call. Now, remember, when we're in coaching, there's three of us. There's you, there's me, and there's the Holy Spirit. So many times I take my own pre-coaching form and I use it almost as a devotional tool before I meet with my coach. And you pray over it, saying, Lord, what are the things that I was able to accomplish based on what I committed to in my previous coaching session? And what is it I want to do as I go forward? Use that pre-coaching form not just as a formality or I got to get that done because Lori wants it, but use it as, God, this is a tool to help me go forward in a way that serves you, serves me, and serves what you've called me to do. So clarity. The second word is action. In our time of coaching, I get the honest opportunity to ask questions that I don't even know the answers to. And when I ask them to you, you may not know the answers until you begin to answer them. God brings forth in you something you didn't even know was there. And as a result, we'll come up with action steps that we take from the time we get done talking to the time you'll come back. Those action steps, really truly give yourself to them. They may be one or they were two, whatever you decide to come up with. But after we get done, don't just put the paper aside and say, okay, that was good, I enjoyed that. But really think about, how committed am I to take the steps that I chose to come up with in our coaching session? And even if it was one step per session, let's say you have 20 coaching times with me in a year, and you take 20 specific steps forward in whatever topic it is you want, whether it's your physical fitness, your spiritual formation, your career, your relationship, whatever it is, 20 specific steps. Do you know that in 1 year you will have done a tremendous amount of growth by simply doing one action step per coaching session. And sometimes it's tempting to come up with a great set of steps that you want to take before the next time we meet. And then when we meet, you go, I didn't really get to that. Well, that doesn't show that you are being a steward, perhaps, of what you decided to do. And I know life happens. And so we'll make allowances for that. But if you really want what I call the $1 million experience in coaching, clarity and action, and that pre-coaching form, and there's a post-coaching form. The post-coaching form is basically saying, this is what I agreed to do, this is what value I found, and you can even share, this is what would make it better for me if we could do in the future. So those two forms take less than 5 minutes, probably 3 minutes, even as you pray and you fill them out. Gives me the tools to serve you in a greater capacity. So make your appointments for 2024. I am beyond excited to be a thinking partner, to come alongside of you, to encourage you, to inspire you, to pray for you, and even to point out at times observations and give them to you for consideration on how to become more the person that God created you to be. So I just wanted to give you this little video to tell you. Excited. I can hardly wait to see your beautiful face, to be able to ask you questions and come alongside of you. Just know I'm already praying for you. I've been thinking about 2024, and the two words that came to me were action and clarity. And so remember, we are going forward 2024. Let me think. There's more in 2024. Corny. But anyway, bottom line is I love you, I'm with you, and I cannot wait. So make your appointments, take time to do your coaching form, and remember, clarity. What is it that I want to be coached on? And what action step am I going to be? You don't need to know what the action step is, but when we make them in our coaching call, then you decide, I will give time and energy to the action step that I came up with. And as a result, you'll have the best year ever. And I'm glad to be part of it.